And while I was thrilled to death with the run-out results that I got when I did the test on the stock setup here, the fact is that an integrated chuck and arbor assembly should be even more precise than the multi-piece setup that I have right now. So let's real quick go through the process of swapping out this chuck and arbor for this assembly on the press. Then I'll set up the run-out test again and we'll see what kind of difference it makes. If you've never swapped out the chuck on a drill press before, it couldn't frankly be a whole lot simpler. Every drill press comes with a thing that's shaped kind of like this. And what this is for sticking into a slot, which you'll find if you lower the quill. I like to lower mine pretty far, and I've got some nice soft blocks of wood under here, so this chuck, when it pops loose, is only going to fall, you know, 1/16 of an inch or some such thing. Basically, this tool goes in the slot so that what it's doing is it's creating a wedge between the quill and the top of the arbor in there. And it really takes just the tiniest of little taps to get that thing to pop loose. Installation of the new one is even easier. It doesn't require the key. You're basically just going to shove this thing up in there. The one thing you do have to watch, it does have a keyed top on it. See, this is the width of the shaft this way, and it's milled down this direction. You need to make sure that this seats up in the appropriate matching slot inside the quill. And once it's in there, just a tap or two with your hand is actually enough to get it to stay in place. And to get it to seat for real, you have two choices. You can either get kind of a stouter block of wood and you can use it as a press to press that thing up in there, or you can get yourself a nice soft rubber mallet and just give it a couple of taps. You don't have to jam this thing home. Remember, as you're using it, you're putting pressure on it that's shoving it up in there tighter and tighter and tighter. And the taper grabs pretty solidly, so don't worry too much about it. Okay, well, I suppose the first thing you do once you get a new drill chuck is you chuck up a bit and you drill a hole and just see what happens. I picked out my 1/16 inch drill bit, happens to be the smallest one I have, and it chucks in there, no problem, hand tight, see what happens. Like butter.